But we're here, we're ready, and as we'll find out soon, there is some honey at stake. So tonight, as some of you might be aware, we're not going to be doing our normal D&D shenanigans. We're going to be instead going through a one-shot called Honey Heist. And it's a pretty simple game. We are all bears. And we're trying to steal some honey. So the idea of today's game is that the players will try their best to spy and steal and hack and sneak their way into a compound and hopefully find and get the honey from within. We're joined by some regular faces and some that are new to stream. So for everybody that's new, we'll do a quick round of introductions. Ladies first, Tiffany. Tiff, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Tiffany. I've been following Rage and Rolls for a while now, so it's really exciting to be a part of the Honey Heist. I'll be playing Honey Bee Bear, or the Honey Badger, tonight.
Amazing! Looking forward to seeing what your character brings to the table.
Probably Carnage.
Probably Carnage. I hope Carnage. It is really what I'm here for tonight. And then we've also have Carlos with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Nice to meet you, everybody. I'm Carlos. Been playing D&D with the DM here for quite a while now, and tonight I'll be playing Punda, an incompetent panda bear.
I feel like incompetence is going to be a running theme.
Me too.
Yeah.
Awesome. So setting the scene a little bit. It is 2021, and HoneyCon is just around the corner. The best convention for honey enthusiasts around the world. Now, you've been having a look at this convention for a number of years and trying to figure out when would be the best time to strike to get the most out of it. And your chief at the FBI, the Federal Bear Investigation Services, has called you all in as the team that will be responsible for this year's heist. As you're all welcomed into your secret cave headquarters, you're all seated in the briefing room as Chief Grufflewumps begins to prepare to discuss the particulars of today's mission with you all. As he looks around the room, you see he sits almost the size of two normal bears, and it's incredible that he's managed to find a trench coat that would fit over his large physique. But as he smiles his beary grin, you all see that you have surrounding you what looks to be quite a ragtag group of bears. So I'm going to quickly go around the table and allow each of you to introduce your character for the evening. So starting at top left of the table, we have the Chonk. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm the Chonk. They called me back out of retirement to come in and drive this group of lazy beeholes around, apparently. I'm a snow owlbear. I prefer just to swim around and stuff. Mostly, I like fish, but honey's not too bad. Have you ever had some honey fish? It's pretty good.
Excellent. With that totally unappetizing idea for a meal, we now have Mandy Pandy sitting across from you.
Hi, I'm Mandy Pandy. I'm a red panda thief. And I've heard about how honey can make bamboo taste a lot better, so I'm keen to try this. I said I'm a thief. I'm an incompetent thief, so we'll see how that goes. But I think I'm amazing, so, I don't know I'm incompetent. Don't tell me I'm incompetent. But I am, but I'm not.
Are you incontinent?
What? Oh my god, I can't say words today. Just ignore me. Don't ignore me. Just go!
And just for some clarity, we've got Chief Brufflewumps in person here tonight. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Next level.
So
Next
he'll
level.
be making sure that he's attentive. All right. So after Mandy Pandy, we've got Honey Bee Badger.
Hey guys, I'm Honey Bee Badger. I just want the honey. To be perfectly honest, that's all I want. And the bees, apparently, they taste really good. That's all I'm in it for.
You're gonna regret saying that at the end of tonight's session, and you'll find out why very soon. No, we don't have a human bee woman in tonight's game. Don't worry about it.
Made taste
Now-
good with honey.
Absolutely. Sir Bartholomew Smart.
Hey there, Sir Bartholomew Smart here. I've been teaching young bears for a little while, but I've been brought into this ragtag group to try and figure out how to recover some honey that must be needed by this group. So I'm here to help with whatever my mind can muster.
And rounding it off, we've got two more bears. Bentley Barrington.
Indeed. Very good to meet you, Sir Bartholomew Smart. Another smart person. A smart bear, indeed. Excited for this session, indeed. Bentley's the name, Bentley Barrington. Quite the driver, indeed.
And last but not least, Punda the Panda.
Oh my god.
Hi everybody. My name's Panda. I'm not really sure what we're doing tonight. I guess I'm a hacker. I like these suspenders I'm wearing.
Beautiful.
Indeed.
Oh,
And
no.
as you're all chitting and chatting, you hear the voice of Chief Rufflearms come over the air, cutting all of your conversation short. All right, everybody. It's time. Enough of this chit-chat. We've got a serious mission on our hands. Now, as most of you know, there's honey at stake. And not just any honey. But rumors has it that there is Manuka honey sitting inside of HoneyCon 21 this year, and it's going to be ours. Does everybody understand? Oh, I didn't hear you. Do you understand?
Yes,
Indeed.
Yeah.
Honey?
I have a
Honey.
question.
Indeed.
It's
There'll be
too
time
late.
for
That's when you hide
questions
me.
when you're dead. As he continues.
Okay.
Excuse me? What?
Brief
Sorry,
you
what
all.
did you say?
He says, well, listen up, everyone. Here's how it's going to be. We've got to get you into HoneyCon. And HoneyCon this year is set in the wilderness. They've got themselves a retreat in the forest, and you'll have to find your way in. We've been doing a little bit of scouting, and my intel suggests that there'll be a checkpoint at the bottom of the road into the wilderness retreat. You'll have to find a way to get up through the wilderness into the mansion itself without being spotted or being determined to be bears. I'll leave the specifics up to your capable hands. Next, you'll find that there'll be armed guards and rangers all about. Unfortunately, due to what happened in 2018 and after our failed raid, they are on high alert for the bears this year. So expect a lot of resistance. Now, the reason that we're striking again this year and not waiting longer is that we have intel that Miss 2021 will be there. As you all know, this was the first time that a bee has won the worldwide beauty contest, and therefore she's an
indeed.
important resource. Prior to her going here, we were in talks to get her to provide us with almost an unlimited amount of honey. And due to what we expect is nefarious play, she is no longer able to communicate with us. It is paramount that she will be successful.
So is she
And,
part of our crew?
She is not yet, but we've lost contact with her a while ago, and it is necessary that we reconnect with her at all costs. Now, beyond this, we know that deep within the vault, the primest of honey is being kept. Anybody that's been scouted has not seen the honey within the retreat, but we have not been able to get a man on the ground just yet. And it would be up to you to determine the exact location of this honey. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, you said men. We're not men. We're bears.
I do
We're the
apologize. I have been wearing this trench coat for far too long.
I was gonna ask about that. Like, most of us aren't even wearing pants.
Yeah.
Once you get to
Why?
my rank, you can wear whatever you want.
How can we be sure you're actually a bear if you're wearing a trench coat? If none of us are wearing clothes.
Are you questioning a superior?
I'm going to look away now, just in case anything happens.
Just to be clear, I'm wearing a bow tie. That counts as clothes.
That's
Very
necessary,
sophisticated.
dude.
It's very sophisticated, indeed.
Indeed. Now, what we have to do is we have to get you all to the wilderness retreat. Now, I would typically try and get you closer than what you have now, but the best we can do is to get you there with one of our new inventions. If you'll follow me, I'll show you to your vehicle for this particular mission. And as he says that, he gets up from his chair and he begins to move his way out of the briefing room into the main part of the building.
I've
And
lost him.
he stands out here, so you'll have to move because you now have vision because Foundry is amazing. So
It is
come on out.
awesome. I'm wondering how Jesse's going to cope with the changing map.
We shall see.
Where did he go?
Where did he go?
My map's not
Down the
moving. Oh, there
bottom.
it is.
Oh my god.
Wait, who's moving me?
I did because you guys can't move yourself apparently.
No, it's because my thing is being slow.
So as you all move into the chamber inside here, you see this tree that's sitting in the middle of your base. And Chief Rufflewumps looks at you all with a bit of a smile. He says, "What do you all think?"
The tree.
It's a
It's
nice
a
tree.
tree.
Gruffalump.
It's
It's a good climbing
It's the
tree,
most
I can tell you
Beautiful.
Must
The
look
most beautiful
amazing at
vehicle I've ever
Christmas.
that.
You notice
climb
that
How
it?
it's-
many bees to make
it's
honey?
quite a large
Indeed.
tree, almost larger than what you would typically see in this sort of environment. Seeing that you've sort of cleared most of the larger ones out through construction projects and things over the years. And he says, well, what you might not know here is that this is actually a vehicle that will be propelled like a rocket.
A rocket tree. That's incredible.
We're going to
This is
tie
really
all
fun.
of
Best
you.
ever.
We're going to tie all of you to the rocket, and we'll have to use two of the drivers to try and steer the fins of the tree. That's why we've had to get one of you out of retirement here today, the Chog. And it's the only reason that we've needed to risk you again in the field.
Right. He kind of like stretches his arms out. He's like, I'm getting too old for this shit. And he heads over to the tree.
Well,
It's
you
gonna
guys
be-
are in luck. I am an expert tree climber, so I can show you. So follow me. So you all put your arms out. You putting your arms out, everyone.
Like this.
I'm afraid of
So like
heights.
you're gonna hug. So you can be at the
I don't-
bottom.
I'm
We also
sorry.
have a red handle.
Wow.
Oh.
You like do a tree hug. It's a Pilates move actually. It's called the tree. And then you wrap around. Right? And then you hold on really tight. And that's how pandas move. So I assume all of you can move because we're all bears. And that make well maybe not you, honeybee, but like you can pretend.
I'm a big
Hey, is
lad.
everyone Thanks, honeybee. Yeah,
Give it a go.
right? Is anybody hugging
Alright.
the tree?
Yeah, you can't see it, but I'm
Chat.
You
definitely
hugging?
doing it.
I'm
I'm
gonna
definitely
get-
doing
I'm
it.
gonna
I'm not
get
here
the
to hug
interns-
trees.
I'm going to get the
To climb
interns
trees and
to
get some
tie
sweet
you all up.
honey.
And the interns will hopefully tie you on securely enough that you won't fall off in the journey. And beyond that, you're on your own.
Super. All right. How do we
And,
get there? Launch.
he-
Look, be fine.
He
You follow my
whistles.
instructions.
he whistles, and the bear interns rush in, and all of them carrying rope, tie you all around the base of the tree.
Can you tell me is one of the interns named Jeremy? Because that would be hilarious.
You know what? Yes, Jeremy B is.
Can they all be named Jeremy? Like every intern is called Jeremy.
And,
It's like Jeremy, Jay, Jez, Jezza.
and they all tie you up.
Jeremy.
The two of you, the drivers, you have one hand free, and you've each been handed a stick that seems to be connected inside this tree somehow.
Right.
As you do so, you sort of prepare yourself, and Grufflewump says, "Well, bring back the honey, and we will all feast tonight."
Were we supposed to be taking notes back in
Is
the
this a
briefing room?
one-way trip?
All right, off
What's
with you
the
then.
plan?
And he pulls a lever, and
Oh god!
the tree, the snow from the limbs of the tree begin to fall off as it shakes, and you feel heat emanating from the ground beneath you as the floor sort of pulls apart, revealing a larger sort of hidden launch chamber within the FBI. As you all realize that the ship is about to take off. Now, with the two of you steering,
Yes,
you would have some intuition of location.
100%. This ain't my first rodeo.
It is a natural instinct for you at this point to find out where you're going. So, in order for us to figure out how well you guys do as a driving duo, I'll get one of you to roll a bear check for me, which symbolizes your ability to seek out and sniff out honey at this distance. And the other one of you will do a criminal check, which is to try and symbolize your skill at actually being able to pilot this thing. So I'll let you fight amongst yourselves which one of you would be best suited for each of those approaches.
I'll look Bentley straight in the eyes, grip the stick, and just hit bear. And fail miserably.
Oh no.
Awesome. So you try and seek this stuff out, and you realize it's got to be somewhere, right? And go ahead and roll a criminal check for me, please. Who's the other driver?
Yep, Dave.
Dave, please.
Criminal.
In perfect fashion, you guys
Indeed.
lead this ship beautifully through the air. You find a patch of forest, and wouldn't you know it, the ship begins to come out of fuel as you get close. It's about what you'd expect it to be. You can't sense any honey, but there'll have to be honey in there. As you begin to spiral your ship lower and lower. And it's lucky that you landed in a forest, because bears thought about a lot of things in creating this tree-shaped rocket ship. The one thing they didn't really figure out is how to get it to land. And as you bring it down, you dive with the tree top first as it begins to just break through the tree line, slowing down as you all crash your way into the ground. Now, the second thing that they didn't really figure out was the fact that you'd have to be able to untie yourselves again at this stage, with two of you having your arms unbound. Does one of you want to try and make a criminal check for me to see if you can get out of the bindings?
I was gonna gnaw at the rope, because you know how I'm small
Beautiful.
and
No,
wiggly.
Don't even need a roll for that. You've got all the ability to chew. I forgot that bears have good teeth. Go
And
for it.
claws.
And claws.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is
Yeah.
one problem that wasn't actually that bad.
I
as you begin to slice your way through it.
I was going to say, I don't have teeth, I have a beak. So claws work better.
So I'm gonna need someone to carry me, because I don't walk, but also I have short legs, and I need to keep my paws intact for the heist. They need to be in optimal prime condition, because obviously I'm the best thief here. So I need someone to carry me.
I'm
Also,
not
I'm
much
like-
taller than you.
Huh?
I said I'm not much
I
taller
thought
than
you
you.
guys were huge. I thought they were big. No.
Ralph.
I'm still
would,
holding onto
but
the
I
tree
need-
in fear.
No, is it?
So as you guys begin to get your bearings, it gives you another opportunity to. Hey, there it is. It gives you another
Is that on
opportunity
purpose?
to try and figure out where you're heading. So, does anybody want to make a bear check for me to see if they can sniff out the honey?
Yes,
I'll do it.
I've seen these kind of places.
Okay.
Why now are these
See
guys
how
going?
it is.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I think it's this way. And hopefully the dice hit the table.
What did you get?
Oh, see.
Suspense. The suspense.
It's not
It's not whole
rolling.
string.
Help me.
Actually died.
Help me.
You're not rolling?
I'm trying to click the thing. It's not. Oh,
Oh,
we
there
go.
you go.
There it is. It's a 1.
Success. So you perfectly are able to align yourself now that you're not in the air and you've been able to take control of the situation. You use your intuition and you use what you remembered from the briefing because you probably of the few that are here actually paid attention.
Wait,
I've said everything.
There's the briefing.
Indeed.
you find your bearings relatively quickly and start to head uphill towards the peak of this forest where you suspect there might be some honey waiting for you. And with that, we shall move to the second map of this evening.
2 maps.
What?
Oh,
Two
okay.
maps?
Wow.
What is this
Well,
magic?
maybe.
Be a square.
Two pre-prepared maps. What the hell?
I know, and not stolen off the internet. These are Robert originals.
Season 2 budget.
That's where all the budget's going to. Is just in my part of the business. So you all see.
What else seen anything?
I don't.
I'm
It's
blind.
black.
Oh,
have
you
a
can't
character.
see.
What was in that fuel?
What?
We have no
have
bears
no
in there.
vision
feel like I'm
because
upside
your
down in
characters
there.
aren't on the screen yet.
Okay,
I'm
but
upside
like,
down.
oh, seriously,
Yeah.
who's carrying me? I wasn't joking, guys.
Hey, did we
If you
forget
want a
some-
master
back
thief,
the tree?
sorry, what?
Oh, I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah, let's keep going. I'm sure we wouldn't have forgotten anything. We're pretty smart. We're smarter than the average bear, so.
More the average bear.
Indeed.
Okay, seriously, guys, who's carrying me? Stop avoiding the question.
Why are we
I
carrying
think the
you?
answer is that nobody carried you. So
No, because
that's-
I need to keep my paws in delicate condition, in optimum condition for my thieving. I mean, that is why I'm here, aren't I?
Andy, might I suggest that perhaps you thieve with your forepaws and use your back paws to walk like the rest of us.
That
So-
requires balancing.
Like this, and I stand up on my back legs and like kind of like I
Waddle.
can't say it on the stream
We
because
waddle.
I'm waddle. Yeah, kind of just bare waddle
Okay.
to a tree. And I
I
start
attempt to try this waddle thing. I mean, okay.
how does that go for you?
Is this? Do you want me to do a bear check?
I mean, yeah, if it's gonna be that hard for you to waddle.
I crawl. I'm a crawling expert. I don't waddle. 3.
3 is a success, I believe. So you're
that-
able to channel some of that intuition of being a bear and find your way slowly through this wilderness here and make your way in.
It's not that hard to see.
I will apologize. The tokens did not keep their configuration.
Oh no!
Likely story.
So 2 of you have a token, but the others of you don't.
I just see a black screen. Is that normal?
And dots.
But
So yeah, you should slowly all get vision.
No. Oh, right, because my token's not there. Is that why I can't
Your
see?
token is here now, though.
I have no vision.
No.
There's definitely one here. It has vision. Maybe you guys aren't seeing the light.
No, I see like something
Turn the
moving
light on.
around.
Turn
Turn the light on.
off and on, off and on.
Did
I
that
think
give you
switch.
guys? Did that give you vision?
No, I can't see anything.
No, still dark.
Well, this is a good start.
Look, it wouldn't be us if it worked.
If I steal you as a character, which one have we got here? We've got both the chonks. Delete the one chonk
So,
token.
you know,
as vision.
this reminds me back in when we were, planning this heist, where I blacked out for a
Wait.
little bit and I totally forgot what we're supposed to actually be doing. Does anyone have any notes
Yes.
that I can
Wait,
read?
we're
Possibly?
planning
we get
this?
there.
Yes, my mental capacity for such things is quite phenomenal. Let me remind you of what we're supposed to be doing, as far as I can actually recall. We need to infiltrate Honeycon, which is up near this mansion at the top of the hill. We've got to follow this trail at the bottom gate at the moment. We're about to enter the checkpoint, I think, at the bottom road. We need to traverse the wilderness, past some armed guards and whatnot, have you, up to the mansion, to get into the mansion and secure the honey. There's also the condition of finding Miss 2021, who's also on site, so Mr. Grufflewop has had some dealings with, and we also need to find out what she knows and see if she can help us along and get the payload out of the mansion. And everyone follow that.
Right. You spoke really fast.
Indeed.
Take it. I got up to...
Let me
Yes.
do it again for the slow people, bears in the room.
Hey, when you get to my age, one of these mention
The
the cute.
road.
Okay.
Through the wilderness. Avoid the humans.
I
Get into the
can't
mansion.
go over it. We can't
Steal.
go
Can we
under
eat
it.
the humans?
Well,
Still
Want to go
honey.
on a bear hunt?
no
Yeah,
hunting
that
No,
bears.
we're on a honey hunt. We're on a honey hunt.
all right. Has
Bear
vision
hunt. I'm
improved
not
for
scared.
anybody?
Yes,
I have
see
vision.
I
everything.
can see,
I have-
but I can't see my icon.
My vision
yes.
is 2021.
That is okay. We currently do not have. So the way it works is that if you update a token but not the actor, the token maintains the picture. The other one doesn't. So, which is why we see in front of us here that most of you don't have your icon, and it doesn't provide a nice preview of all the tokens. And I used a token generator for all of your icons, so I've got about 17 different possibilities of which they could be. Oh no, it does. It's a picture view. That's exciting. We're doing it, everybody. We're doing it.
Learning as we go. Learning as we go.
Look,
Welcome
It's
to the
three.
stream.
I see a panda.
I see a bunda.
Panda.
Punda is live.
No.
I'm alive.
Bunda.
Uh,
How you doing there, Bunda? You look quite disturbed.
Yes.
Thunder looks thunderific. Indeed.
The plan has been explained multiple times, but I still don't really know what's happening. I'll
Okay,
just
so
follow your
Panda-
lead.
What you have to do is you have to carry me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I just scramble on top of him.
Okay.
There we go.
Panda on top of a red panda on top of a panda. I
Wow.
need that photo or video in my life.
and then one more. We've got Tiff.
Oh my god, we could do this double stealth ball thing. That was
Roly
my
polies.
double.
We
Panda
are
balls.
live.
you're small if you could wear you as a hat.
Oh my god, that's my guys. I'm a hat, guys.
You're a hat.
I'm a hat.
I thought
I
I
didn't
thought,
need a
I thought
hat.
you were a red panda.
guys, it could be like in Ratatouille.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. I don't. What's Ratatouille?
It could be
I'm a bear.
Ratatouille. I'll pull on his ears and I'll move his arms. Let's give it a go. I'll
Alright.
yank on one of your ears.
Oh
So-
god!
Move your
Oh god!
arms.
There's
As
Oh, no.
you guys are all
Yes.
chatting and trying to figure out a plan, you walk up this cobblestone pathway,
Keep
and
up the
in
path,
front of
indeed.
you see two humans, and not just any humans, but the dreaded park rangers. These, feared amongst the FBI, are those who would seek to take away free food laying about in campsites and preventing forest fires and trying to keep other human food storage safe. They have foiled you many a times in your attempts to steal honey, and here they are standing in front of your biggest heist yet.
I turn to the rest of the bears and, in my softest growl, but a bit of a bear whisper, quick, make sure you have your hats on. We'll be able to sneak past undetected.
Yes. Everyone get hats.
I curl up around Carlos and like in Russia, I don't know, the country, no, I think it's America. Like
It barely
Gemini's
looks like a hat. What are you wearing?
Little like, I know the hat you're talking about, little hat
Raccoon hat.
tails.
Davy Crockett hat.
So I curled up
There we
around
go, get the hat.
It's actually canon.
Carlos. What's your character's name?
Davy Crockett hat.
Panda.
Panda.
Panda. I've curled around
Panda.
Panda's head. There we go. Sorry if you had a cool hat, Panda.
Oh no.
I do have a
I'm
hat.
holding you like a hat.
Game Master, I do have my hat on. You have no video.
You will get some recognition from me for that. I'll allow
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
As you all approach, you see the two rangers call out, say, "Well, good evening, good day. Are you here for HoneyCon 21?"
I'm just going to give a bit of a nod.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed,
Oh,
we
was
are
that? Did you say something, sir?
Indeed, Honeycon. Honeycon it is.
Sorry, it sounds like you've got a little bit of a scratch in the throat there. You're all right.
Yes, indeed, a scratch in the throat.
Well, all right. Well, normally at these type of events, we'd sort of be here. We try to check for a ticket or two, but the coordinator has just sort of decided that it's not necessary, which is unusual.
Indeed, very clever. The coordinator, very clever indeed.
Yeah, but so please feel free to head on through and enjoy the festivities. If you see a bear or several of them, potentially dressed in disguises, not sure what that's about, but please do let us know, because there is a chance that they're going to try and raid the honey. Yes, indeed. It has happened before.
Terrible.
And that's just what we're
can we
worried about.
understand
So please enjoy, but keep your eyes out and don't let yourself wander too far away from any honey that you're sort of attached to, is all I'm saying.
Indeed. Protect the honey.
Can we speak?
Also.
Can we understand common?
Yes. So for the sake of today's adventure, you guys can sort of get by with like basic levels of communication, as well as understanding anything said by any of the other sort of groups here tonight.
But
We're pretty smart bears.
But we can't really speak it very well.
Yeah, not very well, but you
All
can
short
get
bears.
by.
So
It's definitely a possibility. They sort of step aside and allow your group passage. As you walk past, I'll need one of you to make a criminal check to see how well you sneak past once you sort of walk your way past them and your little tails are wagging
Guys.
behind you.
Don't
Oh, yeah,
worry,
that's
I've got this.
Go Panda.
I'm Mandy Pandy.
Oh, well played.
So you
No,
guys
you're a
managed-
hat.
You're a
You're a
hat.
Oh, I can't play.
You're a hat.
You're a hat.
You managed to sneak your way through cleverly enough, distracting them with a bit of friendly banter and sort of wave to them by turning your tails behind you so that they only see your fronts. As the bow tie sort of distracts them, being such a sophisticated dresser, you sort of get around them nicely and get on through to the rest of the journey to the mansion in the wilderness. And as you all head through, you find your way to this gorgeous house. It is big enough that you are sure that there is a heap of honey just waiting to be found within these halls. But
Can we smell
beyond
the
that,
honey?
you can. It is. I'll let you do a bear check for it. You might get some information here.
Oh, that's good. I've got actually pretty good bear at the moment, so.
Wait.
Oh, 1, yes, success.
So you smell just what seems to be the highest concentration of honey that you've ever smelled in your entire life.
Honey.
The honey's definitely this way. The honey's definitely this way. I'm just waiting. I'm just getting a bit too excited. I want the fish covered honey. Oh, the honey covered.
Bear with me.
Bear with me. Bear with.
What you had?
Can barely contain my excitement. What?
What if
Are you
had
all heading?
honey-covered honey?
Honey covered.
That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. So as you smell the honey, you also hear the sound of what sounds like a bunch of humans inside here, all chatting and making a lot of noise. And it seems like there's going to be a lot of people inside these doors. You all head in.
Can we
Indeed.
fool all of them?
Can you what? Sorry.
Can we fool all of them? Surely not.
Sure, we can. Not with an attitude like that, honeybee. We've got this.
Gang, just
I've heard
one.
once it's very wise to split the party. I've heard that's very clever indeed.
Bentley,
No,
I think
don't-
where
don't-
you know these things from. I need to teach you a thing or two. I think we stay together as a group, but keep hats on. Disguises here are a must.
That is a sweet, sweet plan. Sweet as honey.
So you guys are just sort of chatting and making your plans. Would you like to go directly in, or are you going to try and scout out the place a little bit?
Can I have a
We
look
go.
around for an open window of some kind, either on the ground floor or upper level? Any trees nearby to climb and get into
Sewer.
those windows?
Sure.
Ew.
Go ahead and as you have a little bit of a wonder, you begin to realize that they have done a great job at actually making this thing bear proof. More so than what you've seen in most of the other jobs that you've done. This place has no windows on the bottom floor. Now, was that by design or because the dungeon master just was a terrible map designer? That is something that's yet to be determined. But there is no windows, like no natural light in this entire place, which is a pretty incredible feat for this kind of a house.
Is there a
You-
sewer?
You can go ahead and make a criminal check if you'd like.
Who's that?
Probably.
Honeybee.
Honeybee.
Ooh.
So with the 1, you recognize that there has to be a sewer, but wherever it's pumping to, it's not nearby the house. It has to be somewhere else, and it must be pushing out quite a bit away from the main residence.
So,
Is,
Not a good option.
Can I do my
Sit-
super stealth panda? And do my, like, commando crawl?
Where are you commando crawling
Where?
to?
you hold on,
Door.
you're a wall. You're a hat at the
Holly
moment. What are you gonna commando crawl down his back?
So you wanna open the door and commando crawl inside.
Wait.
You're
Hey,
a giant bear. This will be visible. Highly visible.
Panda, I'm
She's-
little.
Oh, she's a
quite
small bear.
She's quite small.
I'm a tiny bear.
Like a big cat.
This door
Aw.
opens. There's a bunch of us outside just
Is
chilling.
the door open or is it closed?
It is currently closed.
Damn
It'll
it.
open when
Doesn't
you
mean
open
it
it to
needs
go
stay that
inside.
way.
Somebody
Do you just
grab,
want to knock?
grab her.
Bentley went just before you open the door. Bentley wants to just cruise up the top here and have a look and just see what's around this corner.
All right, give me 1 second.
I'm wary of us like going to open the door and there's a bunch of security around the corner
Hey.
or something.
Punda, knock on the door.
So surprisingly, it does not seem that well established. There doesn't seem to be many people around here. There doesn't seem to be a lot of different security for all of the effort that they put in to actually prevent you from accessing it. It seems like they've lacked putting people on the ground.
Is there any doors on this side of the building? It looks to be very empty indeed. Very empty. Barely anybody around. Very sweet situation.
You look at the side of the house, and you can't really see many doors or any points of access here. But as you round to the back of the house, you do see that almost directly opposite where you are now, like where the rest of the party is looking at that front door, there seems to be a back door as well. And it has this, what looks to be a big rectangle flashing a word in what looks to be a red light.
Welcome.
There's
as you begin to try and sort of decipher it, you notice 4 distinct shapes that you assume are letters.
Bear.
There's 4 letters could spell out honey. Team, there is an entrance around the back here. Do you wish to go in the front or the back entrance? I've often heard the back entrance has sweet honey.
I was waiting for someone. I was like, I'm trying so hard not to. Thank you for doing that for me, Dave.
I just see myself out with a red card. What do you feel? What do you feel, team? The front or the back? We could all jam in the back if you think it's helpful.
I have to follow Panda, so I don't really have a choice in this.
Yes. Wherever the smell is strongest, let's go there.
Yes.
I'll follow you.
Oh, okay.
Very wise, indeed, very wise.
Panda, how do I make your legs move?
It's just trial and error. You'll get it eventually.
Go full.
Charge
So far,
forward.
the ears only do the arms.
Yeah, ears do the arms. Try the eyebrows.
Oh my god, I pushed downwards. I pushed
Okay.
it so you can't see.
So are you guys heading into the back door, the front door? What's the plan?
Let's go back door.
Certainly
It's fun to
back
shake
door.
things up every now and then.
Beautiful. So let's get you all in here. We've got you all being dragged. We'll
Are
get
you sure we're all going to fit
No, you'll be fine.
in the back door? You sure we can all fit?
Yeah.
Oh
it's,
my
it's
god.
It's quite a pronounced back door.
I hate you all.
It's one thing that it's famous for. So we'll get you all in here.
Are you okay?
I can see things on this one.
So I'm just going to make sure that some of you are still getting a vision.
I
But
actually see something other than black.
because what I did was I reduced the resolution of all of these from I think 256 DPI to right back down to like 64 DPI. So it's just the higher res was just killing your screen.
Oh,
all
I
about the
see
DPI.
things. So much easier.
Such
I'm
a nerd.
You know what's
glad that was a little test that I forgot to tell you about.
That's a
And
lot.
I don't think
It's a
there's.
nice surprise.
I like to surprise. It's always good.
A nice one, chat. Looks like Honeybee Badger got a reroll. Use your rage points for rerolls for the crew. Give them a chance in case they fail and want to have a chance at that. Happy days. Happy days.
And I think with that, you should all have vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, as you all pile in, it's dark to begin with. And you all sort of try and find your way around the space. And you hear a voice, an announcement come through your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, it is without further ado that I welcome to the stage this night's entertainment at Honeycon 2021. Let the show begin! And the light just starts to appear from the center of your vision as a curtain begins to pull back, revealing in front of you a whole group of men and women that are watching you with anticipation as the bright lights shine on all of you on the stage as you are welcomed as the evening's entertainment.
I tap the top of Ponder's head and be like, "It's okay, we got this."
I quickly
And
try
I
and
start
corral
moving
it.
his arms up and down. I start pulling on the ears, and the arms move up and down.
I'm next to Panda watching this happen, just like.
Got it? And then I shut
Indeed.
my eyes out to
Entertaining.
I think Sir Small
what are you
just
doing,
runs off stage.
Sir Bartholomew?
Just stage fright and just bolts off to the side.
Beautiful. So I think this would be like a good criminal check for most of you as you begin to try and like fake it till you make it.
I
up
feel
on
like
stage
Panda
here.
and I should get advantage, just saying DM. Because that was an amazing idea.
I
Wait,
just
is that-
pretend to start swimming. That's what I do.
Wait, is 6 a success?
Nope.
No. 1 to 3 is a success. 4 to 6 is a failure.
Criminal roll here.
Wait, but it says Panda
Yeah,
has
it's
a
a criminal.
success. And he got
What's
a
that?
4.
It's just-
okay, so it's actually
your stats
harder.
vary. Your stats vary.
Yeah, your stats.
Yeah, they go up and down. If you succeed on something, you get a point moved into that. And if you want points to come back down, you can have a flashback scene to move your points over.
So
And
I
that's-
haven't been paying attention.
That's okay.
Very, very bearish of you.
Hey, I didn't say it was an income. I didn't say it was.
And meanwhile, over here, Bentley's not looking good with the 3 fail.
Do you want me to roll as well?
Wait,
DM,
Do you want you to
Uh,
re-roll?
I think
Bentley.
you can roll bear because you are operating on your bear instinct to avoid dancing in front of a large crowd of humans.
Oh shit.
No blade.
Wait, so Robin, what do I do
Yes.
about my points? Because I have no idea.
You roll,
I got a 6, which you said.
which was a failure for you, I believe. Yeah, so it means like, are you keeping track of your stats on the character sheet?
No. I shall
Do-
now. I just
Do that
realised I was.
instead. So yeah, you roll by clicking criminal or bear in your character sheet. So that's the best way
okay.
to.
So okay, I'll start from now. So you want me to roll a criminal?
Yeah, roll a criminal for me.
Okay. I got a 4.
I've stopped pretending to swim and I'm now flossing.
Cool. So yeah, you
change-
succeeded.
Perfect. Can you change my
So,
name
yeah.
to Mandy Pandy? It says I'm Bear8.
Yes, it is. You are bear 8 because I'm gonna be jumping you through different scenes.
Fair.
Welcome, and you begin to dance with a bit of a mixed experience. As you're all sort of going through this
I
process,
just pull the ears. I'm pulling the ears.
so you can start to think through what your actions sort of led you up to this point as you begin to pull on ears, dance, jump up and down, and very quickly the entire audience begins to go from this sort of anticipation, and you hear them start to murmur as all of you on stage, disorientated by the smell of honey, try your best to pretend, but you were not the juggling act that they expected at HoneyCon. And you see,
Honeybee, your turn, go.
and this is the first time that you all see an interesting view, as from the back you see 2 people walk through the doors from either side, from all 4 sides of this building. You see men dressed in what looks to be a cloth covering on their face. You've seen these before as the guardsmen of the honey hives. These are the beekeepers. Now, rangers
I'm
are a
still
pain. Rangers are painful, but beekeepers prevent you from even getting close. They put up big fences and all sorts of things. You know them to be menacing. But these are not just any beekeepers. These are beekeeper mafia. Each of these beekeepers are carrying a Tommy gun that billows smoke from its barrel as they hold it menacingly as they approach you as you get on stage.
Can I pick up Honeybee and launch her at the nearest one to me?
Or at least you're checking for a trap.
Kill!
No. Can I? No.
As someone who's
I'm
almost full
not
criminal.
a bear cannon.
Yeah.
As someone who's almost full criminal, can I make the team make these mafia an offer they can barely refuse?
If you go full criminal, you're out.
Well,
of the
I'm
game.
almost full criminal.
Because then you'll go full bad.
Okay, I will not do that then. I will
Be
chill.
careful.
You can have a flashback and tell us a story about when you had a criminal
Well-
moment and then balance it out or something, can't you?
That's not a bad idea actually. Right now, seeing these beekeepers is giving me a bit of a flashback. Right. Turns out I kind of recognize a few of these guys. The guns actually give me a massive flashback right now. Because back in the day when I was learning how to speak proper English, indeed proper English, I had my run-in at a game of poker. There was a large amount of honey in the middle of the table, and somebody tried to stiff me out of my winnings. And let's just say that very few people were left to know what happened to those people when I mauled a few of them to get to my honey. But these mafia, I'm pretty sure I've never forgotten this beautiful face and bow tie and hat.
Beautiful. As you do that, you feel free to move a point from one to the other, and you can then, if you'd like, make a criminal check with advantage after that beautiful story, and tell me how you try and convince the beekeeper mafia to ease off a little.
Okay, I'm gonna make my roll. How do I actually move it across on the character sheet? How do I move a point across?
I can probably edit for you. Let me just double check.
All right, I'll let you do that. So as I move towards old mate on the right-hand side here, I just approach him really slowly, right? Like I'm barely moving, and as I approach him, I just whisper to him. Be careful. They're in the audience. I'm sure, as I've been looking down from up on the stage, that there's at least one suspect bear in the audience that I can see. It's very hard to tell which one it is, though, because they all look identical, either red women or blue men, from what I can tell.
All right, go ahead and make that roll. And you can do it with advantage. So click the double dice.
Oh, the double dice. All right, well, let's roll the double dice then.
You should be okay. You flip out somehow. Let's make sure you don't flip out. I thought I edited it for you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It didn't flip out.
If you hit the bear symbol or the criminal symbol, the points change across.
Yeah, and I did that. So it's 4-2 at the moment on the icon on the screen.
Okay, now it's 4-2. All right, so what do I need to roll then? I need to roll
so you rolled
one.
2. So your 2 was your lowest. So I think that was probably a success. I'll give it to you because it was like it reached your 2. So with that, you quickly see the rest of the you see the beekeeper wave over to the other beekeepers as they all begin to approach, and with a few hand signals, you see them start to scour through the audience to see which of them is a bear in disguise. Given this brief lapse in the particular activity, you hear a shout coming from the west wing of the building.
The east-west?
As the west. The left one. As you all hear, please, quickly, come here.
Hurry over. I'm going to go
Let's
over. If
get off
that-
stage.
If that door is
Yeah,
left unattended.
Yep, I'm just
Go
gonna
for the panda.
pick up Honeybee and
Shove
just
down
make
on
my
the
way
eye.
through. Let's go.
So you guys
I
can
do not
open the
need
door.
to be carried.
That's awesome.
And
I will fight you.
isn't that rad?
Honeybee has
cool
legs.
is
That is
That's very
Oh,
cool.
oh, I love
good.
this.
Welcome to the future. Foundry's gonna bring us like a whole other
Right,
level of
how
production
cool is
value.
it, guys?
Awesome. So yeah, you guys stumble into this room, and you find out you're not alone. You see in front of you the most gorgeous looking woman that you've ever seen. With
Is it a bear woman
gorgeous-
or a human woman?
Yeah.
the most gorgeous bee human that you've ever seen.
Okay, I turn to the bed to be like, don't worry guys, I got this. I hop off and I go up and I go, oh no, I don't hop off. I pull Panda close up and go, hey, I look up and go, hey honey, and I wink at her.
That is the most criminal thing I think you've done this evening.
How dare you?
How do you attempt to win her over? And once you describe that, go ahead and roll criminal.
At least you get to
feel like-
flirt with a female this time, Robin. I'm just saying. Where you and Daz were flirting, women to women, was weird. Let's give it a Hinza.
Look at me. I'm adorable. Do I really need to do anything else? I just wink at her and flutter my eyelashes.
Now,
My
I have to
eyelashes.
point out that I don't think being adorable, cute, and very small is very conducive to sexy.
Yeah. When it's a
Guys, when it comes,
and you're currently being a hack.
trust me, it's all it comes to when you're a lesbian. Don't worry. I would know.
So, what's going on? Is this?
You heard it first here.
Is
Yeah,
Anita
as you
trying
guys
to-
are chatting, she looks down at the small bear in front of her, and then looks up at the rest of you and says, "Well, I'm being kept here by what looks to be beekeeper mafia. I have no idea what that's about, but it's pretty terrible."
We're bears.
So-
We're not
We're
beekeepers.
bears.
That's why when I
It's
when I
okay,
heard
hush.
them
Can
when I heard you performing, I knew that only bears could tank that hard on stage, and I had to ask for your help.
I stroke her head.
Please,
Okay.
please don't. My antennas are quite fragile.
Oh, you like that, okay? Okay, go
Hang
on.
on, my brain is working. Just wait a second. We
I
can
like that.
I'd hope so.
we can get you out of
What do you
here.
want
Yes.
me to roll?
Mm.
What do you want me to roll, Robin? Earlier?
Please feel free to roll a criminal check. You're being more seedy by the minute, so I think criminal is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, it's criminal.
I'm being adorable.
I point my
Nice.
knife at her.
Success.
I whisper,
Uh,
honey.
And I
Okay.
didn't expect such a wonderful little creature. Does this thing, is this your pet?
Excuse you? Excuse me?
Like that.
Color.
It's my hat.
It's a hat.
Oh, a hat. All right. Well, and she picks
No,
you
that
up.
was my disguise.
She picks you up from like where you're trying to pat her, and she just tries to like put you on her head more centrally. And she says, how does this look?"
Just got with it.
And I continue stroking that tanner.
Oh well, this is quite the interesting thing.
What a
So, are
dashing
you willing
hat you
to-
have.
Are you willing to break
Dashing.
me out now, or are you
Listen,
sort of?
Yeah, I think Bear had an idea. So
Well.
Beth told you had an
Yes,
idea.
yes. My brain is been going crazy here while you've all been doing very strange
The
things in
the
front of me.
synapses are all like firing, and you see like honey flowing through one part of the brain into the other as the animation goes.
I think, Bentley, you have a very tall, nice top hat on. I think.
I do.
How big is this?
Quite
bear?
delightful.
How big is the bear? DM before I pursue this
Which-
idea.
which
any
bear,
further.
sorry?
How big is the not bear? The bee.
Human-sized.
Crap. Human size.
What if we give her a hat?
She is
I will
a
not
she's
fit
a
the entire
humanoid bear.
bee underneath my hat. That is what you're thinking,
Yes,
Sir
that's
Bolofin.
where I was.
I thought you were very smart. Turns out you are smart like a
Very
badger.
smart.
He's smarter than the average bear, at least.
Can we disguise her as a bear?
Let's wait
Yeah,
a second.
well, give her a hat.
Maybe
She
put
has a
Mandy
hat.
Candy on
She's
her hat.
wearing a hat. Thank you very
She
much.
just
Not a
needs the
bear
rest
hat.
of it.
Maybe you could
I
smother
like
it in
a
honey.
wonderful hat.
What?
Can we shave someone and just stick the fur to her?
Those statues up at the top of the
Yeah.
map there, are they like stationary or are they suit of arms that are mobile?
You look at them and you notice that most of these are bigger than you are. They look like they're made of solid stone.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, team, do
Let's
we
go
need
back
to
to
rescue?
shape.
We know where she is. Do we need to rescue her?
Oh, please don't leave me here.
Okay. Don't
They
we need
threatened
to
to
Don't
shoot
worry,
you with their
honey.
gun.
I got you.
Oh, we could leave Mandy
I got
Candy with
you.
you. She will happily escort you as in some sort of escort.
I mean, it does seem that she is quite an escort.
Talking about the honey pot, but I don't see
I'm
any
going to
honey.
ignore that because we are going to have a future together, so I'm just going to ignore that.
Yes.
Right? If we want to start our relationship
get to the
strong and
honey.
good.
We need
Miss,
to get
Miss.
to
She's
I
my
think,
honey.
I think Bentley is
Upper
right.
class.
Bentley is right here. I think
Then
if
we
we
need
could
to pick up-
we could collect the honey we came here for first, and then we can grab you and help you on the way out. I think if we were to take you with us right now, it would be much harder for us to get our quarry, get our prize.
By the way,
She
while
didn't
this
do
is
that
all
on
happening,
purpose.
my tail is just slowly caressing her.
Oh God.
I may as well go full out, you know?
We get it.
Well,
There's a lot of caressing. We get it.
At least if she's here with me, I know that I'll at least die in good company.
Pete, the only thing is, do you know where the honey is kept?
Honey is.
And you
right
see
here.
you see her begin to like become a little bit sad. And she looks down, and with a teardrop of honey coming out of her eye, she looks at you and says, I've been okay, who made the sound of sucking from her teardrop?
I pour at Barrington.
Oh,
Have some dignity.
Yes. You
What?
smell this manuka honey. It's everywhere, and yet I cannot touch it. And yet there on her cheek is the sweetest drop.
yeah. So you begin to like look through, and she, with this tear in her eye, she looks at you all and says, I've been kept here for quite some time, and I've been producing honey and getting them to collect my honey for many months, and all I remember is just being kept in a dark room, and they'd feed me sweet nectar, but it was just as if I was an animal to be harvested from.
Those
Oh,
animals.
you poor thing indeed. Poor thing indeed.
I at least wish to be paid for my honey, and
It's
yet
okay, I've got you now.
somewhere here they've kept it all from me, but I have not seen it in my time in the mansion so far.
That doesn't sound sweet like honey at all. That sounds yeasty like Vegemite, that situation.
I don't know
We
what that
must
is.
recover
Doesn't
your sweet honey
here,
for you.
but yes. Have
We
you
must
met
recover
many
your sweet
drop
honey.
bears?
Many what?
Drop bears. You speak of the
No, I've
life down under.
never met them. As being a smart bear that I am,
I
I've
can
never
help
had
you
to
down
encounter
under.
them.
Oh God. Red card. Red card.
I'm really proud of myself.
Do I have to pay for her services? It just feels like she's really trying.
I think the first one's a freebie. I think that's how it works.
I thought someone was going to be one. Anyway,
Oh well,
I'm
alas,
sorry.
maybe
sorry.
maybe one
I'll
day we'll
behave.
find one.
Listen,
Shit.
I think
Oh,
we need
hey.
to make a move here, make a decision what we're going to do. Otherwise, we're all going to get busted.
Find
and none
the
of us
honey.
get any honey.
All right.
Move on.
I don't believe we
mafia-
can leave.
are the
her with
mafia
Mandy
still
Candy.
out
We must
there?
bring them.
The mafia
must
have not
bring
come
them.
in yet, so you can't. Are you looking out of the door?
Can I crack the door just a little bit, just to see?
If you
Secret
want to do it,
entrance.
if you want to do it stealthily, I will require a criminal check from you.
A criminal check, you say?
Do
Make
it.
sure
Alright.
that is what you wish to do.
Yes. Nice one.
Oh,
Success. You know, this reminds me of the time when I came up with a really good idea to sneak up to the door and check out what is out there. to see if we are safe to move out of this room. I'm going to count that as being a very good flashback.
Sure.
Of the present.
Very short flashback.
It didn't say how
Goldfish
it
memory.
previously
You-
happened.
You look out here and you see 3 of the beekeepers still looking through and checking out the rest of the crowd.
Okay, and there's not. What's this little thing down here? Is that another
That
door?
is another door.
What could we get Miss 2021 the bee
Panda.
out the back door quickly? The door we came in here, and then move on for the
Oh,
whole.
please,
Back
that's
up of Panda.
they'd know
Can I ask
immediately.
2020?
Hmm.
There's
What
too
is
many
through that
eyes.
door?
There's too many eyes.
We will leave you here for
Yeah.
now.
What's this through this other door here?
Miss
Would you
2020.
like to open it and find out? Or are you asking her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I was told to sit there a while ago. It just seems like there are sort of a place to sit and to talk.
Is it only one
Maybe there's
door?
honey.
Is it only one door out?
There's a door. There's 2 entrances to that room from my memory, but it's getting a bit hazy. I've been under a lot of stress today, and she keeps
That's-
stroking my antennas. It's hard for me to focus.
Handy pandy, hence
if
yourself.
you really want me to, I'll stop.
I don't think she said that, but let's go through the door.
Carefully
Chonk.
through the door.
Chonk, open the door.
Someone check it first. Well, maybe we should check
I'll
it
check it.
first. I'm just thinking.
I believe that
Check it.
checking for traps and things is illegal.
I'll check.
Honeycomb.
bet.
Fine. Can I step up and
I'm
crack
not
the
checking
door
for
open a little
traps.
bit?
Wait,
And
Go
then-
ahead. If
wait,
you-
Honey Bee said she was going to check.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Miss B.
All right,
is-
honey.
Feel free to click the door itself if you want it to open,
Oh.
Wow.
and then you can move your character into the door, into the room, and you can have a look.
Go forth, Panda. Because I've hopped back on top of Panda.
Apparently,
And we're moving
it collided
forward.
with a wall. Oh,
You're
there you
good.
go.
Just gotta move it a bit deeper.
Ooh, fancy. Are you coming, honey? Look,
If you
there's another
if you
door.
want me to
Honey
come with,
stronger in here.
if you're doing like a hotter, colder thing, it does seem like the smell is slightly stronger as you move further and further to the east.
Do we do a
I'm
measure?
trying this door. The door's
As
open.
you-
I'm moving through. I'm not wasting any time. I've caught the scent. There's
As
something
you-
this lady. Sweet. Sweet as her tears.
He's found something.
As you click it open, you find yourself in a room that is filled with many doors and a rug that looks to be belonging to some other animal, potentially a bovine.
Wait, but there's.
Having seen this,
Right.
Sir Bartholomew wants to take
Evenly.
his hat off and just like take a moment, sign of respect.
Something happened
I
to
stopped
my
patting
handbag.
Hey, DM,
Yes.
can I wear this as a cape? Then I will look
Uh,
more.
It is a big
Disguise the
cow, but
queen?
yes, absolutely.
This guy's the queen. Yes, Honey Bee.
Disguise the queen
Yes,
As a
Honey Bee.
cow.
Yes. As a cow.
as a non-bee.
Yes.
A human. Disguised as a human. She'll just have a head poking out the top of the cape.
Well,
Indeed, this
can
is
you
an
move my
ingenious
icon
plan.
stuff?
Indeed. My skills of disguise are equally as good as my driving skills.
Which is to say, impeccable.
Indeed.
While this-
And you quickly wrap it up and you get into this coat, and it is beautiful. Whoever owns this mansion is quite wealthy. This is a very well-fed cow in its time.
Are we
Was there
gonna
anything
use-
underneath?
There
Right.
was not.
Okay. Okay. Wait, let's take this option on this door. I can smell
Wait, are we,
this door.
we're not going back for the queen bee.
She's with you at the moment.
She's
That's
Oh,
why
fine.
she's-
So,
Have we wrapped her up in the rug?
yeah, Queen Bee is dressed in rug.
I don't
Sure.
like it so much, but at least
She's
Me.
very.
she has like this little hat on her head, and now this whole like coat of a skin. So
Right.
she's looking very unqueenly.
It's
So-
okay.
so-
I still
sorry,
think you're
I've been
beautiful.
distracted. All right.
Thank you. So
Okay.
you all head in through the door to the east, as you find yourself inside a banquet hall of food. It's obvious that this is where they're preparing to actually feed all of the guests, but there is no honey.
Talking about their fish-covered honey earlier. I have discovered
fish.
Is that bamboo? Hunter,
sure.
go forth to the bamboo.
Rush over to the
I'm
fish.
allergic.
Why are you back
And have my share of some raw onions because I do have an allergy to bamboo, unfortunately.
I steer you back to the bamboo and then your arms bring it up.
I can't. Please.
Touch it, you're fine.
You know, you should really take allergies seriously. They can kill. If you don't take it seriously, you can kill someone.
Isn't it only allergic if you ingest it?
Listen, we're on the clock here. There is honey to be sought, and there is many humans to be avoided. And I'm going to grab one of these massive drumsticks and just sort of munch on it while...
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to get a carrot and hold it like a shiv. Good, there are weapons here as well. Fantastic news.
I want to peek through this door.
You want some fish, honeybee?
Nah. Raw meat? That's not raw meat. The fish.
What can you see? What is it?
As you open the door, you see two rangers having waited for you at this particular place. And as you all begin to enter, firstly, Sir Bartholomew, you hear the telltale sound of a rifle being drawn and the trigger being pulled. And with that, we're going to stop for a quick break for tonight's stream.
I swear to fucking God, Robert, if you kill me...
Before we continue our show.
Just quickly, Robin, how do I roll damage for shivving somebody with this carrot that I just picked up? I feel like that's the perfect weapon, as his arms are up to shoot, right? Just straight under the arm, just shivving.
Under the arm. We'll see how well you criminal your way through the shivving experience after the break.
All right.
Sounds good.
Back in at 10 o'clock, back at the top of the hour.
Back at the top of the hour.
All right.
Sounds good.
How do I unsleeve myself? That was not my intention.
See then.
All right, I'm going to try and fix my camera.
Hinza will be back at 10:20 after all the red cards are played out.
Yep.
And we're back. Welcome to HoneyCon 2021 Part 2. As the events kick off, the main stage has been left in shock as the bears have made their way from performers to queen rescuers, and other titles that involve the queen, depending on how this evening goes with old Red Panda over here. As the party begins to scout, trying to discover where the honey is, they make their way through a banquet of beautiful, delectable treats. And inside of that room, not to be distracted from their main goal, they sniff out that the honey is coming from a room above them. As they charge in, ready to be rewarded in the beautiful gold liquid that they so desire, they see green instead. The green of a uniform of a ranger. And instead of one, there's two, as Bartholomew looks into the room, hearing the as someone loads a gun, and the poof as a gun is fired.
Oh.
Now, I will let you make a criminal check to see if you can avoid the fire of the weapon, being that it is probably a good skill for a criminal to have.
All right.
What happens if we go full criminal or full bear?
You don't want to know.
Because I'm very close to full criminal.
Have a flashback scene.
A success. Amazingly, you've prepared for this. You know what's up. This isn't your first rodeo. As you drop to the ground, the dart that would have put you to sleep passes over you, hitting the other guard across the way. As you see them all start to fall down, and the one that shot is looks over to his friend, now falling unconscious and surrounded by 6 bears, and he sort of looks at you and says, well, this one didn't go quite as planned. Is there any chance that you won't eat me?
Honeybee, sick 'em.
I'm going to, just...
I'm going to see red and go carnage on the last green guy. Because
Are we punished for eating anyone at all?
Nope.
Honey,
That's
blood.
the GM chef. What is this one? We've got ourselves some raiders.
Woo! Raiders.
Welcome
Hello.
to Honey Heist as we begin our way through this mansion, trying to uncover the hidden cache of honey. As we find ourselves here, and we've just got one tranquil. So the honey badger has just attacked one of the rangers. So go ahead and make a bear roll for me as you go and attack this creature.
So with her carnage, does she get advantage on that roll?
Yes, we'll give it to you.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Success!
Yeah.
You sick your muscle onto the remaining guard, who quickly succumbs to your immense brawn, as you quickly destroy any competition you had that stood between you and the honey. Once the blood mist settles, you find yourselves in a room very similar to the other statue room you were in, except this one, on its floor, is a coat of a bear that is no longer with us.
Again, Bartholomew takes his
Shedding
hat
tears.
off. It's a moment of silence. Where's my hat gone? Just
Take
take
my
a
hat
moment.
This would be
As,
a better disguise for the queen.
Honeybee, that's blasphemous.
It's dead. It's fine.
Why don't we
It's
put
a
the bee in a
very
human
bad
suit?
wolf.
We have a human over there. Let's put her in a human
Indeed.
suit.
Can anyone skin that human?
Oh god!
We can certainly try.
You notice that the only one that could be skinned is the one that's unconscious. The one that got mauled is not in a good state to be used as any sort of covering.
Can we just take the hat off one of them and put it on her head?
Or the
Then she
outfit.
also has a
whole
fantastic
outfit.
hat.
So what I'm imagining now is we've got the queen bee. We then have her wearing Mandy Pandy as a hat, and then the hat of the ranger sits on top of Mandy Pandy as a little hat stack starts to appear.
Little hat.
Oh, no, I'm trying to be less sleazy. I had a great idea, but no. I was thinking I could be a belt.
Oh, okay. So you've gone
thought
from
you said
let me
less
just stroke
sneezy.
your antenna to let me go literally below the belt with this one.
No!
You and your
I
honeypot.
A
seriously.
loincloth.
No, like you know, like those 90s, no, like early
Thanks for
noughties
tuning
band.
in.
Like,
Hinzel will be back
belt.
at 10:45 as she works up this red card.
Red Star.
you know what I'm
How
talking
about
right?
the
The belt.
shoulder, the most non-sexual place for a person to sit
Like
on
an
another
elbow
person.
I'm
clap.
not thinking of anything like that. You were the guys. I was just thinking because I put a belt around my waist. Like, I don't know how you guys went sexual, but
We
mine-
are.
You
could
like,
be a
you should just
stole.
assume the worst. Have you
You
not
could be
been
like a
playing D&D
stole.
with us for like
I
over
can
a
be
year?
a shawl. I can
A
be a
shawl.
shawl.
Like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Got
Yeah.
it. I like. Oh my god! You know how cats curl around? I do that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you're
Yeah.
just around her neck at this point.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah. So you
And I
got the
flashed
little-
back to a time where I was less of a easy panda, so I have more bear points. And
Awesome.
I take a moment as I remembered my mum feel like she'd be telling me off right now. And I'm slightly ashamed. I go back to my bear roots.
Flashback shame.
Oh, so going forward, I'm going to remove the point, but it actually will give you a prompt of what flashback you need to have. So we'll be looking at those in a bit.
Cool.
But as you guys end up here, you slowly sort of make your way in. You've got a hat now for your bee queen. What are you guys doing in this room?
I need to investigate.
What's the smell of honey?
You smell honey like it's next to you.
I want to pick up the bear on the ground and see if there's like a trapdoor or anything underneath him.
Following your hunger for honey, you lift the bear rug, unveiling a trapdoor that leads down.
Ooh.
I get my trusty carrot and I see if I can kind of like jimmy open the lock on the trapdoor.
That's pretty
Go ahead
criminal.
and make a criminal check.
If
Right,
only
so
we
you
had
go-
like a thief or something who was good with locks.
Indeed.
That'll be it.
That'll be it.
That'll
you,
do, pig. That'll
You
do.
put your carrot in there, and you just smush it into the lock, and you then just rotate it, and you hear just a click as it opens up, and you see a
What
ladder.
I have to deal with.
Yeah, Rachel
The-
and carrots go hand to hand like fish and honey.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, we have actually got a bit of history with the old carrots,
The old
haven't we?
carrot. Yeah, I need this one to like go in my back pocket and go rancid before I feed it to somebody.
It's only proper. It's only proper.
Very smart of myself. I've discovered that there is a trapdoor, and I've taken the liberty to open it for us with my universal skeleton key. Very smart
Brilliant,
indeed.
Bentley. Absolutely.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Has anyone got any honey to celebrate? What? Well, let's get the honey.
What are we trying to do here?
No, it's so you've opened the door.
I have some fish.
My time to shine,
And which part?
guys. My time
Haven't
to
you been
shine.
ashore?
Anyone else a thief?
What's that, sorry?
Is anyone else a thief?
What are you trying to do? Because
We're
the door's
supposed
already
to
open.
unlock
The
it.
door's already open.
Let's go down. Go down. Bentley, lead the way. You seem
You
to be doing
better
well.
time to
Is it my
shine.
time to shine? Yeah, 'cause
I
I'm a
do
thief.
not feel like leading. Why not send one of those sneaky thieves ahead of us?
Okay, guys.
Thieves.
Stand
Very
back.
small.
I like hop off. What is her name, by the way? I feel like we never asked. I've just been calling her Honey.
You just
Hey,
need to
honey,
filling her up
what's
without
your
asking her
name?
name.
My
I
name.
wasn't even filling her up. How dare you?
Well, you trying to get to know me now?
I'm sorry. And I go back and I'm further shamed.
Well, for now, you can call me Lady Buzzington.
Sorry. Lady Buzz. Lady Buzz.
Lady Buzzington to you.
LB.
You can earn the right to call me anything else.
Okay then. I just look at her and I hop off her shoulders and I move to the front. Are we gonna have a new map, Robin?
You will, absolutely. As
Also-
we begin to delve deeper.
You guys forget that I'm technically an incompetent.
Is it what is the lady bee's first name?
You'll have to find out.
Is
Because
she a single
Beyonce-
bee? Does she know many
she,
single bees?
Let's just say that she has many rings on her.
Ah. Who rules her world? Is it bees?
We'll find out. Let's see how you guys find your way through the honey lair.
Oh,
I'm
it's a
at
big
try-
map.
Hey, Bartholomew.
Is this the front, Robin?
Yeah.
Where my thing is?
Yeah, sure. You guys
Okay.
lead down into this room. You see an empty room with a stone floor. As you delve deeper, you see there's two doors, one down south and one to the west. As you find yourself in a now new room for you all.
Can I sniff there to see where this honey is the strongest?
You at this point are so overwhelmed by
Well.
honey coming from every direction, you cannot figure out
It's
where.
alright, guys. I got this. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a bear by
I go
its
open the door
tail.
down the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh no, we split the party!
Not splitting the party.
Are we splitting the party?
That's what happened. Looks like
Well,
Skipper Bear has opened the door.
Wait, why do I get the two idiots? Oh god.
So, those of you who have gone south, you see a room filled with manuscripts. You see what looks to be archaic metal tools that are on racks. You see a place that you'd sit if your bums were small enough to fit on such an inferior sitting
Mine
device.
is, I think.
Yes, yours would be, but as a general rule.
What are these? Do these things look sharp? Do they look dangerous? Or
They look like if you had them as claws, you might have a movie franchise called Wolverine.
do they specifically have Wolverine claws?
Guys, we should give this a honeybee.
They look much larger. They seem to be developed for humans to use because they are inferior and don't have claws.
This is strange
Panda,
looking honey.
grab these large things.
Okay, I'll pick them up.
So in your hands, you now have a battle axe.
Oh, okay.
With which has got a spike on one side and a large sort of half moon blade on the other. That
So
you now
my-
just hold.
My thievy senses are saying there's nothing in here. Let's go catch up with the
What are you
others.
talking about? And I reach over and I grab something off the rack as well.
You find yourselves a spiked mace. That you feel like it's light enough to swing with one of your clawed hands.
Awesome.
Well, come on then.
Let's go.
In this other room, Punda, you immediately see something beautiful. On each of these desks are human devices, which you are as familiar as anybody is. They shine with a light, and each of them have this box with many different buttons on them that sit in front of these shining lights. And over time, you've learned a way to sort of press the buttons in a way that will do things that you want these light boxes to do. You refer to this as hacking, and as you get into this room, you realize that this is your element. These are the things that you like to mess with.
I'll turn to the team
Bears. I got this.
and I'll
Sweet.
I'll go up and press the first button that I see.
Make a criminal check for me.
Oh wait, that should be at. There we
Wait.
go.
Yeah, cool. So that's awesome. As you go through, you press the first button, and you hear a click as the door towards the west seems to have unlocked.
Works every time.
I look at Panda
Good
and
job,
I'm like,
Panda.
is the information in the box, Panda? Is that how it works?
No, you just press the button.
I press the button with extreme
Stop.
force and push it off the table.
Stop. My thievy senses sense red line. Wait, Pat is colorblind.
For the sake of today's adventure, I'm going to say no.
Everybody freeze.
What? What is it?
I
My
don't know why-
thievy experience says there's lasers. We have to be careful. But have
What's a
no
laser?
fear. This is my expertise.
Expertise.
Wait, tease?
Expertise. Expert. I'm an expert.
Expertise.
I think
This
I don't
is
think there's
gonna
a
be
B in
different
that
kind
word.
of show.
I'm an expert. No, wait, that doesn't make sense.
Expertise.
So,
This is my gig.
As
This is what
as
I'm
you
here for.
all-
This doesn't sound very plausible. That is would be your expertise.
As you
Expertise.
open this
Free card,
door,
free card.
you all see a tub of honey ahead of you. It is glowing
I'm
with
blocking.
deliciousness,
Are
and
they?
all
You are
of you,
tiny. You are
all of
tiny.
you find yourselves drawn to this honey. So if any of you are
Everyone
trying
cover their
to not run straight at it, I'm going to need you to make a bear check for me.
Guys.
Bear
I'm
check.
blocking.
Not
Please.
running towards it.
We're not running.
I'm
Can
very
you not
smart,
make that
so-
noise ever again?
Let's not
Yeah.
make that noise.
The pad just squealed, so that.
Yeah,
is
but you
trying
don't
to
have
someone-
to.
Yeah, just because they do doesn't mean yeah.
Okay, just so I'm
Success.
clear. Just so I'm clear.
That's
How did
good.
everyone respond to my squeal?
Hang on.
Sorry?
You said if you're not running it towards the honey, you make
No,
a
no.
roll.
You all want to run towards the honey because it's a pot of honey sitting
Yes.
undefended.
Yes.
So if you succeed, you will be able to resist and be a little bit cautious.
So we're making a bear check.
Oh.
The chonk fails. The chonk fails.
It is a bear check.
This
Yeah.
is the,
Wait, does that mean I don't know?
Oh,
Bentley
fail.
has passed. Bentley has passed.
So there are definitely a few of you who are rushing towards the honey.
fail.
As you all begin to push past each other, not listening to Mandy Pandy, who's trying very hard to convince you all to take a second because her thief skills are definitely right here. You all run as lasers, pointers begin to be tripped left, right, and center. As
I
you
was successful.
Uh-oh.
besides the few of you who weren't, who now watch all of your colleagues just charging through the obviously trapped room.
Honey. Yum, yum, yum,
Yes,
yum.
you're right.
Mm.
So you all get there, and it is as described. This is a huge pot of honey. It is filled to the brim with, the primest Manuka honey that you could ever imagine. And as
Off your
So
handfuls and get into
hungry.
it.
as
Wait, don't eat it all. Wait.
as
What did
Lady
McRufferdon say earlier in his trench coat pantsless? He said something about retrieving the honey, not eating it all. Is that correct?
Didn't say how much to retrieve and how much not to eat, so
He doesn't know how much is here.
amounts are up for debate.
Honeybee, you're over here with me.
Yeah, I know.
As you are all debating, you see Lady Buzzington come over to you all, and she looks saddened again. She says, "This isn't even a fraction of what I've produced for them over the last few months."
I'm gonna turn to her and say,
More.
Miss Buzzington, where is the rest of it? Can I sniff around for any stronger smells of honey?
I'm not sure. Would you like to make a bear check for me to see if you could sniff that out?
I would love to. Just a quick FYI, if I'm popping out the character sheet, the click to roll does not work.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there, something worked.
It's just I popped it back in
Okay.
and then I failed.
You again.
Not very smart.
Your proximity
small.
to this honey is making it very hard for you to concentrate. You're used to relying on your criminal intelligence, but your instincts as a bear are overriding that smart brain of yours.
Just while I'm sitting there trying to smell, I'm just dipping my hand back in that bowl and just... Smells like honey's around here.
Honda.
I hear. Can I do a check as well, please? Because I hear honey and I feel sad.
Sure, go ahead and
What kind
you
of check do you want me to do?
I'll let you do one that you feel comfortable with. I can think you'd be able to, like, as the
Okay.
sort of thief, you can pick out where the goods are, but you also can rely on your bear instincts.
Let me do a criminal because technically I'm a panda, so I covered on
Success. As you feel around this room as you head in, you find yourself quickly able to go through and find a gap between two bricks that are here. And
Am I
as you
small
put
enough
one
to
of
go
your little claws in, you lever it open, and you realize there's like a pull lever that's just sitting in the off position here.
What do we do?
Do you flip the switch?
Oh, me.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
the
other
person
small panda with their
investigating.
hand in the wall pulling on a switch.
Sorry. As I can't pull it. No.
Well, you pull it. As you pull it, the wall starts to crumble and as
It's
it
okay.
crashes,
I
and everything lowers. It opens up to a
Oh.
secret room in here that has no lights. So let me quickly illuminate that for you.
Where did the small panda go? She has disappeared indeed.
She's a hat again.
Happens to the best of them.
Ooh. Am I
You
the
find a
next
little
kid in this?
corridor, and inside the corridor you find another little lever that allows you to, again, in the same way, open another sort of doorway, and you find yourselves inside of a completely different space. You find yourself in what looks to be a vat of honey that is wider and longer than you've ever experienced before.
Honey, come over.
As the
can't
rest
see
of you,
anything.
as the rest of you are all exploring, you follow along and find yourself in the room alongside them, and you see there is honey as far as the eye can see.
Wait, where's my
honeybee.
honey? Oh, there you are.
My honey, it's all here.
I
Thank
promise
goodness.
I'll get it for you.
Yes, your honey.
The whole Scrooge McDuck
Yeah.
swim.
Just rolling.
Yeah, I just started like
Just start
backpedaling.
swimming.
Yeah.
Guys,
I
you
find
wanna
that
get
there's
destroyed,
some
honey.
funny parallels of the million dragons and the
Yeah.
giant
The giant thing.
While I'm doing backstroke, I just sort of pop up and call out, "How do we get this out of here? Does anyone have any great ideas?"
This is my idea, and I could come over and I dunk Sir Bearing, the Bear Bartholomew under the honey.
I just come up with a massive smile on my face and gulp. That could work.
I love the idea of your character Dave just like putting their head down, having like a swing of it, and just going, "Indeed," and then just going into like another that. Indeed.
I have discovered the honey. It is indeed. Indeed.
So as you all are uncovering this, you hear the commotion upstairs as the people start to all come out for lunch, and you hear above from the other ladder as somebody discovers the secret passageway down to your honey cache.
Oh, it was the secret passageway, not the dead bodies.
You know, your
Oh,
bare
well, most
mind
involved.
thinks that the most important thing is not the dead bodies, but rather the
Yeah,
fact
the
that
honey.
there's honey down here.
Does everyone still have the fighty, sharpie things?
Claws.
I've got my my sharpened up carrot.
Hold up the mace.
No,
it's now
Carlos.
covered in-
I mean, Panda and Carlos. Wait,
It's
Chong.
floating
I like the
around
idea that you were
somewhere
like-
in the honey.
You dipped it around and like you have like a lollipop with like spikes in it that you just like you know.
How do we get out of here with all this? This is
I don't want to leave.
my pockets are full.
We need to take the entire building with us. Clearly, we need to take the building with us.
That's
There was the plan.
That's
We
not
flew a
bad
tree
plan.
here. Surely we can fly a building home.
Just
I mean, we have to get rid of the weight of
Take
the,
over the
the
building.
humans, but
Everyone
take it.
this is
Remove
control.
the humans.
Remove the humans. How do we do that? Oh.
You have a massive stick in your hand, I think. This would be good for poking the humans.
get rid of the
And
humans.
as you guys are
Honey.
all planning, you flash back to a memory of some briefing that you had a while ago, and Chief Grufflewumps again trying to encourage you all to utilize some of the new technology. You hear him say, "Well, it's important that all of you are aware of what we are able to accomplish in case it's required for a mission. says, all of the trees that we've planted, we typically try and get to any of our high spots much earlier on. But we try and get some sort of evacuation system set up in case we need to haul large objects. Last time at HoneyCon, it was one of the worst things is that we got in, but we weren't able to take it with us, so we won't be making that mistake again. And you finally remember the debriefing that was given to you that would be very pertinent to this particular part of the evening.
Yes, so smart.
So we must find a tree, I think. Did anyone else remember that?
There's a whole forest.
Where
We
is
need to
the
be
forest?
inside.
Indeed.
Indeed. A forest.
Look at it.
Somebody else
Well, we have
do
to get
that.
out of here.
I feel somewhat drunk on the honey, I will not lie, indeed. Such good honey.
Why?
I feel like maybe there was a tree outside. Does anyone else remember that? There were trees outside, maybe.
There were trees. But we're looking for
I
a
seem
Didn't
to
we come
recall-
here on a tree?
very different tree.
We crashed here on a tree.
Maybe we could put many trees around this building and take it with us.
Punda, can you give me a criminal check, please?
Okay. A 4.
Success.
As you begin to think about it, on those big glowing lights out there, you realize that you probably be able to get onto the Bear mainframe, and you might be able to visualize what sort of support you have around the area.
Follow me.
Wonder.
As you all
I have an
begin
idea.
your journey
Yes,
out.
let's go. What are we doing?
On this, I remember if I press this button,
And I just press a random button.
this should
I've got this.
this
I've
should
got
work.
This
This
picture
should
of
tell
you.
us.
I've got this picture of you doing the Homer Simpson when he saves the plant from a
Yes.
meltdown, and he's just like,
Exactly.
Homer, if you press this button, in case of a meltdown, Homer, press this button. Are you looking? Oh, I got a side. Awesome. and then you're like, everyone walks in behind you, and you're like, beep.
Exactly.
You see inside there as you begin to the program runs, and you see all those like lines of green numbers start to fall from the top of the screen after you press that button, and you see a game of Tetris sort of play out randomly as part of the sequence, and you see the Google offline game, but instead of a dinosaur, it's a bear, and it begins to like jump, avoiding rangers. As
That's us.
you make your way through all of the security button at a time, as you eventually get to what seems to be a initiation button for the call to actually initiate the building pickup initiative. Surprisingly, and it is paramount, as you read here, that no civilians are on board, otherwise they'll find out where the base is, so you have to get rid of any humans prior to starting the initiative.
Oh dear.
So back to plan A, kill all the humans.
Says the honey badger. Let's do this.
Is anyone
Anything for the
here
honey,
muscle?
honey.
Is anyone here muscle? I feel like if we've got some muscle, we should send them upstairs.
I will be the muscle, gladly.
Yes,
I'll
this
back-
one
I'll
here
back up.
looks quite strong, and the terrifying claws sort of led me to believe that she would be quite ferocious, and the fact that she murdered the ranger.
I'll be your backup. Let's do this.
Come on,
Okay, so
Chunky.
just so that I'm aware, your go-to strategy is just to wreak complete havoc on all the humans and just murder enough of them for the rest to leave. Is that the vibe again?
Do you really expect anything else from my group?
No, I'm just double
I
checking.
assume like that.
We
that
are
was
bears.
I assume this is what
No.
Panda relayed to us. That we had to get rid of all the humans.
Team, I just want to try something a little less
Ooh.
bloodshed worthy, and I know we could use humans for a snack, but we have enough honey here to last us a little while. I want to try and lure them out a little bit. We still address the part to convince them of things. I want to tell them there's a bear in downstairs and they should all evacuate immediately.
So you're
You can go.
for that job. You're volunteering for that
You're
job.
volunteering.
I will. I have this.
Save ourselves a hassle there, just briefly though. I do want to remember I was playing cards in a den and smoking a cigar, which was a brown cigar, which is the style of the time, and an alarm went off. You see, and indeed, all of the humans left. Now, I was not worried for any alarm. I sat there and ate my honey, and I ended up getting my bottom singed because there was a lot of fire going on. I since learned, very smart that I am, that the alarm was an indication of fire, and all of the humans ran away. Mr. Punda, was there any chance that your computery box skills things could set some sort of alarm off to make them go away?
But how do I start the fire?
Well, start the fire. It was always burning as far as they're concerned.
I'll turn around. Are there any particularly red flashing lights? Because I think, fire.
You can
red.
roll for criminal if you want.
Is there a fire alarm downstairs? Like an actual
hopefully it's upsells.
pool?
Well, there it is. You see that there is a button that says fire alarms, and it is on the same. It is on the computer that somehow is visualizing the cameras for upstairs, and it seems to be on some sort of a box that's a little bit different from the others. But this one has a big sort of red fire symbol.
Are you sure you want to start a fire?
I mean, that's what's necessary. I've often found that cooking honey does, in fact, make it all the more sweeter, which I didn't think was plausible, but, being as smart as I am.
And when you cook it with a fish, apparently that's when it really hits its own stride.
How dare you insult me, sir, with your fish comments.
I pressed the button.
And immediately an alarm rings. And you notice as you are focusing here through the doorway out into the sort of entrance to this downstairs area that there are a bunch of rangers that had begun climbing down to apprehend you after you tripped the lasers, but they are very quickly running the hell back up there to avoid being burnt alive in this mansion as the fire begins to go off, and you hear over the sound of what seems to be a big human, because the volume is so loud, evacuate, fire, leave immediately, do not collect your things, fire, evacuate immediately, as all of the humans in the camera begin to shuffle around. They begin to all look at each other, and a little bit of a panic sets in as the entire venue begins to evacuate.
And Bartholomew's like, "Oh, we're going to get out of here. There's a fire." And starts to head towards the door.
Fire!
Fire in the hole!
So yeah, as the fire alarm keeps blaring, you see that the most of the people begin to leave, and you're left with what seems to be a mostly empty house at this point.
It seems like the place is near empty now. There's still no fire, right? This was just part of our ruse, right? Taps the nose.
Panda, was it?
I guess it malfunctioned. There's no fire.
Okay, then
I'll go press it again. One more time. See if that fixes it.
Fire alarm deactivated.
Oh,
We
it's broken.
You put out the fire. Well done.
What now?
Perhaps, Punda, you should press the other button again, the one that might send in the troops to remove this whole building, the building removal project initiative you mentioned before. Remember that button?
Beppy.
Remember that button?
Yes, Beppy.
And I'll press the Beppy key.
As you smack
Sorry.
Becky, you hear as
Can I also
trees in
check
the
in on
forest.
Honey?
What's it? Sorry.
I just want to check in on Honey.
She is frightened. She is not a fan of the loud noises. She is not a
I
fan
go
of
up and
fights.
curl around her neck again.
She takes some comfort in that, as she uses you as sort of a comfort blanket in this trying time, as you, as well as the cow skin, provide her some well needed reassurance. And then as you continue to wait for the Beppy key to activate, you slowly hear the sound of as several of these trees lift up from the forest, and they begin to hover over the top, and you hear toom, toom, as next to you in some of the walls you see a spike, a metal spike that has pushed through and has like pierced the wall, opening up like a grappling hook, and has hooked onto the side of the wall. And you hear the sound of this going all across the house.
Yes.
And slowly you hear all of the trees begin to ascend in unison as they just they start to pull, and you hear the creak of the house as all of the walls begin to shift and bear the weight of the lifting mansion. And at this point, you guys notice on the cameras that there's an outside-facing camera, and all you see is all of these humans just looking up at you, mouth agape. They are mouth open at this point, as you just see them just unbelieving of what is happening in front of them. It seems like the entire, forest is against them at this point.
Would you say it was unbearable for them?
It is unbearable, thank you. As they begin to, take the mansion further away, and you've managed to, with your intense hacking skills, activate this protocol effortlessly. As you lead this entire, floating Avenger-style ship of a mansion with tree propellers over the way that you came, and eventually they all sort of run out of steam as you land this mansion in front of the FBI headquarters.
It's the honey carrier.
As you do, Grufflewubs comes out to you all. He says, "What? This is incredible. Where did this protocol come from?"
I'm insulted that you would ever think that we wouldn't succeed. Insulted.
You've proven yourself here today, and all of you get a raise. Your allowance has been up from 1 bottle of honey to 2 bottles of honey this month.
I just wish to remind you, as you can clearly see, there's Punda, and we've got Ralph, and Sir Bartholomew, and the rest. We're in an entire house full of honey, sir. You can see by the honey literally dripping off us. It is. Just. I don't know how to explain it.
He asks you all, like, how do I get into this place? Show me this honey.
Why? Can we trust him?
He's not
Roll
paying
an
us
inside
enough.
check. Roll an Inside check.
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
You can make a criminal check if you want to test out his authenticity.
I shall.
Let's see it. How'd you go?
This just proves to me that D&D could use a lot fewer rolls. You know, you can do everything with 2. It's easy.
Yeah.
I'm a full criminal.
And
Oh,
as
God.
all get to this point, you realize that Gruffalumps and our friend, what's your character's name? Sorry,
Mandy Pandy.
Andy Pandy have been in this together the entire time, and you have all bindled. You have been betrayed.
Squish me.
Carnage!
Nice. I want to squish with my mace.
I have my honey and my honey.
And on that epic betrayal is where we shall end tonight's honey heist.
Well, I didn't expect that.
What madness.
So thank you all so much for enjoying this little take and experiencing this RPG together. Speaking for myself, I think it was a really fun adventure and a really interesting thing to sort of do as a one shot, and I encourage everybody else to give it a go. But next week we'll be back to some more D&D action as we head into our level 20 Hunger Games style showdown of all the characters that we had in our last campaign, just to sort of as a farewell to them. And then we'll be heading into our new campaign after that very shortly. So from all of us here at Raging Rolls, thank you so much. Please don't forget to follow so that you can join us on our adventures. And hopefully we can continue to be the murder hobos that you tune in on a Thursday evening.
And don't
Oh,
think
wait, what was
Red
Honey's
Panda's
name
trash.
again?
Just saying, tune in next week to see a small angry wizard wish away all of his competitors. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna go with
Roll high on
Beyonce.
initiative,
I
team.
think it's very good.
Beyonce, yeah, awesome.
Beyonce Buzzington.
Not if I turn into a T-Rex. Them.
So yeah,
Crap, wait, that was supposed to be a secret.
that's us for the evening. So we'll sign off.
Is your
It's
mum
alright.
drag?
It's alright. Yeah, I was about to say.
Good night, all.
And we look
See you
forward
next
to
time.
hanging out again next week.
Not like
Bye.
so. Robin.